Hello, everybody. How we doing? Hey, hey, hey. How are we doing? I'm looking at my other screen. If you want to know, just testing, making sure that we're on. So listen, today is, I'm tripping. Today we're going to talk about how to get you people to open up your emails. So if you have problems getting your emails open, you want to continue watching. Okay, so let's get started. Full disclosure, I'm not going to say that I'm an email expert. I'm just teaching you all what I do, okay, to get people to open up my email address, emails. So, where am I coming from? Okay, so I'm in this group and a young lady was asking about she was asking about click-through rates and click-through rates, how to get them up, and how to get people open, right? So I said, okay, let me give her these little tips and then do this little video. Hopefully she sees it. I'm going to post the link in my response to her, the direct link, so that she can see this, she and others, because I know if one person have it, it's probably tons of people with the same issue. And I've had some success. And I do admit that I need to be more consistent when it comes to sending emails out. I mean, sending emails is generally to my email list is generally the last thing that I do. But I'm getting better because I've noted it. I claiming it. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that I am being more consistent. And consistency to me looks like emailing my list at least a minimum of once a week. Okay. Working on it. A lot of times I kind of put that on a back burner because a lot of the people who are on my email list follow me. So sometimes I feel like I talk to them already all during the week, but that's not an excuse. Because for example, we don't, the social media doesn't belong to me, and I could mess up and go to Facebook jail or go to IG jail or wherever I am at, and not be able to talk to the people. So but one thing for sure, the email list belongs to me. So I have to be more consistent there. But I'm going to just show you an example of email lists. Okay, so I want to tell you about the average. The average open rate is 17% for emails, okay? 17% for emails. And I'm looking at my notes because y'all don't remember all this stuff off the top of my head. That's why we do notes, because we want to remember. We got so many things going on, we can't remember everything. So I'm going to be looking down. I might be looking aside because I have my notebook sitting right here. Y'all always have my handy dandy notebook near to make sure that the information I'm giving you matches what I put in my notes. Okay. But anyway, generally the average email open rate is 17%. Okay. The average click-through rate is 2.5. Now, I already told you all I'm not very consistent or haven't been very consistent when it comes to emails, but I'm going to share with you how to get people to open up your emails, because people are still opening up my emails. And like I said, one reason why they open up my emails is most of the people who are in my email list, excuse me, Y'all, I gotta drink a little tea. Excuse me. Is because I also go live. And speaking of live, I forgot to go live on Instagram. So let me catch them people up so everybody can join the party. Give me 1 second. And no, they're not going to be able to hear everything or see everything. They're just going to have to come on over here and join me on Instagram. I'm going to reset though. Hello, Instagram. This is Jackie, and welcome to my live. I'm broadcasting live on Instagram and on YouTube. Today, we're going to be talking about how to get people to open up your emails. So, if you have an email list and you want to know how to get people to open up your emails, you want to continue watching. And if you're listening to me on IG or on YouTube, you want to make sure that you're following me, okay? That you're scrubbing or subscribing to me on YouTube, of course, and you're following me if you are on Instagram. Because once a week, I come on live and we do free training. It costs you $0 to join me live and get this information. Like I said, the topic is how to get people to open up your email. And the pause is for me to type because I tend to type what I'm saying. Okay, so I pinned the topic. We can get started. Everybody's on the same page. Okay, so another reason why you want to make sure that you are following me or you subscribe, besides clicking on the notifications, is I don't always leave these lives up on IG. Some of them get posted to IGTV, but not all of them. After I do the live, they're either on YouTube, or in my business builder group. Now you can click on the link in my bio if you're on IG. On IG to join my builders list. This is where it goes the next day. I keep it up for like 24 hours and I take it down. But it's generally housed on YouTube. And the reason why it's on YouTube is I want you to come to YouTube. I want you to get trained. I want you to watch the video. I sometimes do slide presentations, and it's easier for you to see them thank you for joining me, if you are on YouTube with me, okay? Because this phone only has a small frame or whatever. So let's get to it. So before I get started, like I told the people on YouTube, I have not been consistent with my emails, right? And one of the reasons why I haven't been consistent with my emails, like truth be told, I feel like most of the people that are on my email list, which I look at the people's name, right, are people who actually follow me. So I feel like I talk to them throughout the week. So generally the last thing I do is send an email. But here on forward, because I'm setting new goals for the rest of the year and the years continue, I plan on being more consistent. So everybody on my email list, and I have more than one of them, should expect to see an email. Here's something from me, even if it say, hey girl, hey, or hey child, what's up, whatever, at least once a week, okay? But although I have not been consistent, my emails, when I do send them, they do get opened. I still have a high click-through rate. Now, the average and an email open rate. The average email rate for emails is 17%. The average click-through rate is 2.5. Let me say that again. The average open rate for emails, I'm looking at my notes, y'all. Open rate is 17%. The average email click-through rate is 2.5. Okay, so what's the difference? Okay, in those two numbers, of course, the open rate speaks for itself. It's the rate that people open, the rate of amount of people that are open up your email, right? The click-through rate is the amount of people who are clicking the links or what have you that are in your email. It's 2.5. Okay. And it's important that if you don't have a list, hello, everybody, we're talking about how to get people to open up your email. This is important if you're selling a product, if you're selling a service. You want people to open up your email because social media does not belong to me and it does not belong to you. It belongs to, like, YouTube belongs to Google and Facebook owns Instagram. Okay, so it's important that, but our email list belongs to us. And we have to take stock in, or take time, find the value, and be more consistent with the things that belongs to us. There's a Bible quote, and it says, give unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar. So if you want these things, it's important that we connect to the things that we own. Okay. Okay. So enough of that. Let me show you all my, trying to turn this camera around, child. Okay. I see the button. So I'm going to share my screen on YouTube. Y'all want to see a clip? Y'all just going to see a little screen but bit.ly/Jackie's YouTube, or the link in the bio is my YouTube channel. Let me see. So let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Okay, here it is. Share. I'm going to turn this around so y'all can see it. Now, this is one of my emails that I had, right? And okay, so once a month, I meet with a group, right? And it's called Girlfriends Night In. And as you can see, my open rate for this particular email that I showed you. Okay, so first of all, I use Get Response, right? And some of you who are just starting out, you may say I use Get Response. I'm being totally transparent. And these are my analytics, right? And all I did was take you to my to the website, right? This is live. I just want you to see what time it is. It's live. If I move the screen, it moves. So this is not a slide. This is an actual live and living color screen. So you see my open rate is 308%. The click-through rate is higher than average. So if I were to go and, I have different lists and show you my last one. These are different lists I have. But I'm just basing it on Girlfriends Night In. Because the thing about Get Response is you can look at different ones. So the first average was from 1110, right? And as you can see, one bounced, right? And it either bounced because they were no longer interested or whatever the case may be. Okay, so I'm going to click just randomly. I don't even know what these numbers look like. This is one from 215. I think it said 215. No, 114, 2001. And so you see this click-through rate was lower. Excuse me, this open rate was lower, and this was a click-through rate. Now, was 0. Now, what I would have done in this case was to look to see if I had a link or something in there, which I know in this particular email, only thing I was doing is just talking to them. So I did not have any links in this email. So what I would do next is of course, I would already know which email. Right now, I'm just clicking through random emails. If I was like really surveying this, like right here, you can see, and I also have to get better at naming these so that I can compare them. Because it's easier when I like this one, I actually took the time to name it completely. And some of the other ones just said girlfriend's night in, because I just hurried up and did an email and didn't worry about naming them. But make sure y'all name them. Don't do like me and not name your emails. Anyway, for your own records, so it'll make it easy. You don't have to write down. See, this one right here was 60%. It's still higher than the 17%, right? So I have a high open rate. But let's pretend like there was a link or something in there for them to click, right? Because some of these are just me conversating with them. If there was a link on here, even though there's not a link, I would still look at the total number of people the email was sent to, which this particular email was 30, versus how many people open. Now that's a good number, but I would compare them. What I love about this is I can compare emails. Now I still have this over here in the red, which is November. And see, according to this, there were like 19 people who did not open it up, right? And so what would you do when you have those 19 people? Now you can continue sending them the email. You may want 3 things you can do, because we're talking about how to increase your clicks, your click-through rates, and how to get people to open up your email. So what you could do is, what I normally do is I view all the lists, right? I view all my lists. And I view the sequence of emails that I have. Like what I would do is, I would compare them. Sometimes I even actually go to the actual emails, right? So what I love about this is get response, and this is not a paid advertising or anything, is I can actually go here and go to my list, because this is girlfriend's night in. And I can compare all the emails that I sent by the days, right? I can open them up. See, this one has 31, 35% click-through rate. And like these latest ones that I sent, they don't even have any links to them, right? 36, they're still good rates, right? But somewhere from here to here, the number increased, but it dropped from here. So I would actually examine July the 14th email with this to see what really happened. I would analyze the difference between the style of the email, what words was put, what things were put in the email. I would look at, like I showed you, the click-through rate. I would look at the percentage of open, how many were sent. Did the numbers change? Because if the numbers get bigger, sometimes the percentage gets smaller. But you see that my number had got bigger, and the percentage got bigger, right? But the number was smaller. See, the numbers got bigger, 27 to 28, and this number got bigger. But here the number stayed the same, but the open rate dropped. So I would compare these two styles to see, is this a duplicate email I sent? Because if this is a duplicate email, then that might be why it didn't open up, right? So I would try to come up with a theory to examine what's really going on with my emails, right? Then I would test my theories by making changes. I could add their name in the subject line. I could make sure that whatever the email is, because I told you I would go into the email and look at the actual email, see what it was. It is like here, it has their first name on it. See what the email actually is, and see what I was talking about. Maybe they weren't interested in what I was talking about, But like I said, this email right here had a link to it, and people checked it out, and look at the percentage. Now the average click-through rate is a 2.5. Now this actually would end up being, because this is so high, this probably would be a template for me. So whatever I did here, I would create a template and repeat that same pattern or the same design, similar design, so that I can ensure that people open up my emails and click whatever links that I added to it. And that's in a nutshell. That is how you can get people to look at your email. You get them to look at your email by viewing your email all your emails in that list, looking at the analytics. The analytics are the open rates, the click-through rates. You want to look at the design of the emails. You want to look at the images. You want to look at the subject line. You want to look at all the anesthetics of that email. And then come after you look at the anesthetics or the analytics, you want to come up with a theory. Figure out what changes you can make. Okay. Come up with a hypothesis, a theory, and then you want to test it. And when you test it, of course, you want to make it measurable. Okay, I'm going to send it. Another thing I learned about my emails that helped me get my open rates, get my things open, is and what helped me with this is get response. Is most of my people tend to open up my emails after 10 o'clock and at night. So that may not be the case, depending on who your customer is. You see the times here? And so I even evaluate those numbers. What time did I send those emails out? Because that matters. And you see, so generally emails are open higher between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. And this was sent, one of the higher ones was sent at 3:07. So that matters. All that matters. measuring, figuring out what works best. That's all I have for how to get people to open up your email. My name is Jackie of www.jackiemckeever.com. What I do is I help women business owners. I help them get organized, get trained, and win government contracts. Now, this particular session is not a government contracting session, but it does help you with emails. So it doesn't matter. Actually, it doesn't matter who your audience is. Okay. Sending the appropriate email is very, very important to your business. No matter the change in social media or the way we do business, emails matter. Okay. Emails are very an important asset to your business. So y'all, we got to send emails. Like I sent emails, but like I said, I'm trying to be more consistent with my list, and it's 421. I will April the 21st. I will see you next time. Hopefully the next time we do a review, I have even higher numbers and be able to report a different number or a different theory. So since my numbers are really well, the thing that I would do is just be more consistent with sending the emails and view, is there a difference between each of the groups? But anyway, that's another story. So how do you get people to open up your emails? Number one, you want to evaluate all the emails on a particular list. You want to look at the analytics, everything from the image to when you sent it, to the click-through rate, to the rate of open, how many you sent out, because create a theory. Okay, test the theory out and execute it, because there could be, before I started using Get Response, I used to use MailChimp, right? And I had the free version, and I discovered my emails were not being sent out when I had the free version. Then I went into the paid version and I didn't have that problem anymore. Now, I don't know what happened between the free and the paid, but I just know when I went and got the paid version, my emails went a lot faster. I switched from MailChimp to Get Response because I like the analytics, all the information. It was easier for me, and there's so many different, I was looking for a platform that had a lot of all-in-one things. So it may be, that's a bonus, maybe another thing that's keeping people from opening up your email. Maybe you need to get more user friendly, get more friendly with another program. There could be tons of reasons, but you must do your market research, basically, point blank. So I've given you some tools, some tips to get people to open up your email. Let me know in the comments how it worked, if it didn't work, if you have any questions. And hey, we can help each other grow and stay consistent together. That's all I have. Until we meet again. Bye, y'all.